Let's go. What's going on, guys? We are live on Neevesknives. We're going to talk about a bunch of EDC carry. I actually pulled out a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. We're going to talk about a bunch of different EDC items to carry, ones that I like, ones that I recommend, affordable all the way up to premium. Before I came in, we were talking about in the chat, restricted areas for automatics. And yes, I agree. It is a violation of our constitutional rights. And I think if I got caught with something like that, I would probably do my best to take it to court and sue for a violation of constitutional rights. I don't know if it would work or not, but it's so confusing to me how they've been able to inch their way into taking away God-given rights and freedoms. And I do think that in many cases, if you fight it in court, you will win. Not saying that they will change the law win, but you will get it thrown out in most cases. I think you just, as long as you prove, that it's a violation of your constitutional rights, whatever. But most people don't fight it. That's the problem. So that's where they get the upper hand, because most people just want to comply. So instead of fighting it and taking it to court and literally just loving to take it to court, like that's why I like these guys that run around and test police basically on whether or not they're going to violate their constitutional rights in order just to sue the hell out of them. I love it. I love it. This one guy I follow, he's got like 15 active lawsuits going on at a time, always. Don't even know the law in Michigan. From what I have read, it's vague and open for debate. Yeah, well, probably like Illinois, depends on where you're at. Like here, downtown Chicago, everybody thinks Illinois is the same. Like it's not. Downtown is going to be different than a lot of the rest of the state. So it's going to depend on where you're at. Downtown, like you can't have a knife, I think, over 2.5 to 3 inches or something like that. Which doesn't make sense because one in Illinois you can carry. So we have FOID cards, so we can't carry without an FOID card, but you get an FOID card that will give you the permit to have a firearm. Then you can go and get a carrying permit, which is just a little class or course, and not even a course, it's just a thing. Anyways, once you do that, it's like 8 hours or something like that, 4 or 8 hours, I forget which one it was. But once you get that, then you can carry concealed. But other than that, right, so you can conceal carry here, so why wouldn't you be able to carry like a certain type of knife? But you can carry autos if you have the carrying permit. That's kind of the thing. But what I don't understand is, are we really worried about knives in Chicago? Like really think about that. Are we really worried about knives? Yesterday I get this alert. Like I have basically, like if anything happens in my neighborhood that I grew up in, it alerts me, right? And I have it in my phone. And literally in the neighborhood I grew up in yesterday, 2 people got shot. Back to back. One was a 17-year-old kid got shot in the neck fatally. I don't know if he died or not, but it was at the time when I was reading it, like he was possibly going to die. Like they were fighting to keep him alive. He was in the hospital. He was alive though. So hopefully he did survive. Not like an hour later or something like that. I don't know how long after I was reading the story, but like right after that, a girl gets shot, like literally right around the corner, in the foot, and like completely different things. And it's like, come on, knives are not what we're worried about. And I think that these laws or restrictions, not even laws, restrictions that violate our constitutional rights are what promote and bring conflict and violence. I mean, it's that easy. Ask any criminal, like, would you rob somebody who is armed versus somebody who's not? Which one are you going to go after? Like, obviously, like even, with any type of scenario like that, they're always looking for the easiest route, the safest route, whatever. It's just common sense. I thought all you needed is a FOID to carry an auto. Now, maybe, I'm not sure if it's just a FOID or if it has to be a carrying license. I don't know. I know it's one of the two. It might be just a FOID. I'm not sure, but I know you have to have a carrying license to carry a firearm. In New Jersey, we can get a CCW permit, concealed carry permit, but they are making it hard to do. OTOH, I don't know what that means. I can conceal carry up to a 5-inch knife as long as it's not an OTF or an assisted to gravity without permit. Go figure. That is just crazy. I'm glad that you can carry that though, because to me, I think everybody should be able to carry a sword. And I'm serious. Like, you know, I think that that's our constitutional right. Like, if I want to walk around with a machete or a sword on my back, that's my God-given right. And it's just crazy to me that that we don't, that the majority of the country, that the entire country doesn't stand on that as we should. On the other hand, okay, thank you, Blue Sun. I appreciate it. I don't know all this shit. There is a maximum law. He who does not exercise their rights has none right. Exactly. Well said. The government here clamped down on knives in the mid-2000s. Who Glasgow was named murder capital of Europe. So I can carry a gun, but not a knife when ATF says guns are more dangerous. I mean, I don't think it should matter. I don't think danger, fear, all of it's because that's what it is. It's just fear. But I don't think anything should be able to take it away. I don't care what the situation is, what anything is. And I'm actually pretty like lenient on, for me personally, if it was up to me. Obviously I'm a felon, so I'm going to be a little biased here, but I think majority of felons should be able to carry. I think everybody should be able to carry. I think just because you did something wrong doesn't mean now all of a sudden your God-given rights are taken from you. Like, think about this. Does a felon have the freedom of speech? Well, of course he does, right? That's a God-given right. Does he have the freedom of movement? Of course he does. Like, obviously, when he's in prison, in jail, or under probation or something, he has restrictions. And in that case, maybe in those times, he's not allowed to, because at that point you are restricting them to some sort to make sure that they're going to be an active part of society. But once they have proven themselves and they are an active part of society, why can't they protect their family? It doesn't make sense. And that goes for everybody. I mean, and that's why I don't, you know, I mean, people talk about like with mental health and stuff like that. I mean, I don't think any reason should be a reason to for a person not to be able to, because I think it's a slippery slope, and I think they use those little things to, because anybody can be painted as something. Not saying there's not going to be certain people, right? But I just don't think we should be painted with anything, like as far as these people, right? It should be individual things. That's in my opinion, though. In certain places, a felon can own a firearm but can't take it out the home. Yeah, well, also depending on your felon, you know, your crime, you can try to get it back. Whether or not they'll give it back to you is different. I'm going to try to go to court and do that. I actually recently passed up the time limit of which I can go. So hopefully it works out when I do. I'm sorry, but I can't stick around tonight. These 2 a.m. streams are killing me. I'm sorry, Jameis. It's only 7:30 for me. But get some rest, bud. Get some rest. I understand, man. 2:30 is definitely late. People are going to cause violence, is going to regardless of having, right. It's violence is going to happen regardless, right? What violence is going to be mostly in very populated areas, right? Especially if they're low income. Like, obviously, like Dubai doesn't have violence, right? But that's a high end area, right? Nobody has to commit violence. Nobody wants to. They're very happy, right? Violence comes when you have very low income areas that are very populated, right? It's going to happen. And a lot of times it's because things are scarce, you know, and I'm not saying people are robbing necessarily to eat, but a lot of, you know, some people are, obviously. But there is like the crime of opportunity, and then just, you know, growing up with it being normal. You know, if you grew up and had a gun put in your face 3 or 4 times by the time you were 18, had been robbed, had things, your house broken into, had things stolen, you're going to be a little bit less likely to care whether or not you commit a crime. It's going to be a little bit easier for you. But I'm not saying it's right or anything like that, but it's just a fact, right? It's just a fact. People are going to be, a part of where they grow up. And, that's why I think, fuck that. I don't want to get down that lane. Low Country Hillbilly with the 10 bones. Hey, big man, just came back from camping. That's awesome, man. I want to go camping this summer. In the mountains of North Carolina, cutting carving with my wife and little Angel. Just got home to a Miltaw in the box. Not bad. That's awesome, man. Good for you. Good for you. Hell yeah. No, the Miltaw is awesome. That is a great knife. I like that one a lot. We're actually going to go through some EDC stuff here in a minute. I got some good fragrances too. Some very budget friendly fragrances. I decided today to go towards some bangers, some budget bangers, stuff that anybody can afford. I wish we could run around with a 6-gun. Hell, well, we actually can. Anybody technically can run around with a black powder firearm. We're allowed, even felons are allowed to have a black powder firearm. That's where they get away with it. That's literally how they get away with the constitutional right of, well, you're a felon and I know you want a firearm, you can have a black powdered one. Because they don't consider it a firearm under the law. I would like to go back to swords because I'm good at it. No, never. In Texas, you can carry whatever the hell you want with some gray areas such as location. Yeah, I mean, like I said, even in Illinois, you can carry with, well, you have to have a permit. I know in Texas, you don't have those. Wisconsin, right? I used to live in Wisconsin. I lived in Kenosha for a little while, for like 2 years. They don't even have a permit or nothing. Like, it's just your ID. If you're over 18, you can have shotguns and rifles. If you're over 21, you can have pistols. And so I was able to bring that over even to Illinois and shoot, go to the gun range and everything. I've never quite understood the bureaucracy of law concerning weapons, tools. In my state, it was a 3-inch or less, but you could still carry any firearm openly. Kind of silly. It absolutely is. It absolutely is. Peacekeeper, that's my ultimate goal. Damn right. But weirdly, nobody actually makes black powder weapons. You can buy black powder right now. You can buy them fairly cheap for like $150. You can get a 350 44, or I think they have a bunch of different ones. I've owned them in the past. They're powerful, man. They're powerful, but they take a while to load. There is ways you can make bullets for them. It's not real bullets. It's kind of hard to explain. You can go watch a video on it, but it's not practical. Now, don't get me wrong. If you were really, wanting to do some damage, you could have 3 or 4 of them on you, and go to town. My opinion, most gun laws are about as ridiculous as knife laws. I agree. I think they are all ridiculous, like knife laws. I think that it's people that don't know. Anybody who wants to take the rights away of firearms or doesn't like firearms or says anything negative about them almost never ever know anything about firearms. They've never shot one, they've never carried one, they didn't grow up with them, they've never been hunting, they don't understand the lifestyle or anything. They're literally against everything that most Americans or many Americans were born and raised to do. So I hate that we have people that are able to influence things like that when they don't have a damn clue. But if they did, they would think otherwise. It's kind of like even like knife knowledge, right? Like you wouldn't say ridiculous things or like say an OTF, making an OTF restricted because it's an OTF. That makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. But if you understood knives, you would know, like, if this actually doesn't make any sense. Blackbeard was said to carry 6 blunderbuss at once as backups. There you go. And a sword. It's a tie, okay, Jim Miller. Shall not be infringed. Absolutely. And that's why I said, man, I think you just got to kind of take it to court, man. Take it to court and fight it. fight it, then sue them for violating your constitutional rights. Get a constitutional rights lawyer, one that will defend you. I was actually looking into one during the COVID, during all the bullshit with COVID. They were threatening to fire Kara if she didn't get the jab. She wasn't going to get it, and they tried to use that thing because fuck Joe Biden was going to make a thing where everybody had to get it, by a certain date, and if it didn't pass through, which it didn't, the whatchamacallit turned it down. So once they turned it down, it made it where they couldn't do that. The jobs couldn't force anybody to do it. But before that, what they were doing was they were telling people that it was going to pass, and that on this date, when it passes, you have to have it or not, or we have to fire you. So they made it seem like that no matter what, you're going to have to get it. And the thing was that it was up for debate. There was no, obviously there was no clear line that it was going to happen. There was a possibility of it happening, but that was all on purpose. I can see it now. I seen it then. It was all by design. It was all set up. That entire process was set up. They knew it was going to be shot down, but they used it to have jobs and businesses push their workers to do it. So since they were threatening to fire her, I started looking into a constitutional lawyer. You can bet the people, thank you, Adventure Man, for the 5 bones, trying to take firearms away are the ones being protected by people with guns every day. Fuck yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's crazy because under every single circumstance where we want to stop violence or crime or something like that, like you can bring up school shooting, you can bring up a lot of different things. Every time we just say, okay, more guns, right? That's what we do. More guns. Bring the military, bring the police, whatever, right? More guns. That's usually the case. But then when it comes down to actually needing more guns in like certain areas that would do better with it, no, don't treat this like a bank or like the White House or like everything else in the country that's defended and protected by guns. No, don't treat it like that. Make it a gun-free safe zone. See how good that does you. It's so stupid. Like the most gun safe free zones in America are in most cases going to be the most violent and crazy areas. And it's not like they were violent and then they took away the guns. Anyways, why can't the security guard have a full auto SBR, but I have to file a tax stamp? Makes my head hurt every time. I own a Black Powder 50 cal rifle. Yeah, I used to have one of those too. They're a lot more updated than people think. I know, you're right. Yep. I thought they'd be stuffing a lead ball down the wall. Well, that's how mine was. Mine was like that. So mine, you had to put, the powder, and everything, and then you push the ball down. You had the rod underneath the barrel, but I'm sure there's other kinds. So it just depends on which one you get. The one I had was like that. But I'm sure, like I said, there's probably all different kinds. It wasn't hard. It just takes like 30 to 60 seconds every time to load. So, it can be frustrating if you needed to take a follow-up shot. I thought about, like, when I was shooting the one I had, I was thinking like about war. Like, man, the guys that had to fight with these, it's fucking crazy. That's why they had like 2 and a guy next to them doing the loading, and then passing the gun. What's up, Ron? Thank you for coming, man. I appreciate it. They disarmed the Australian people through deception way back in the 90s. There are still some guns, but 98% of people were forced to all right. And that's the problem, is the people, though. I hate to put it on the people there, but we, the people, right, in the United States, run this country. It is our duty to protect it at all costs, even from our own government. That's our duty, not theirs. They're obviously going to infringe and take and push everything they possibly can in order to put us in a box and keep us there. They want us needing them because they don't have jobs without that. There's entirely way too many people working for the government right now. They do not need as many people as they have to run this damn country, but they want to keep putting more and more people there because then they can get more and more tax money, blah, 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 blah. You guys know the deal. But it is up to us to stop that. So if they ever did that to us, it would be our duty to defend that and to stop that and protect that. But we have a lot of fucking punks these days. It's a stupid argument. If you ignore every other country on earth and their methodology for getting murder rates down to single digits, navel gazing or YouTube. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't look at other, because like us, right? A lot of countries that other like people like to compare us to, they like to compare us to literally an all white, very small country. Like, why are you comparing us to that? We're a fucking melting pot of all different, types of people, religions, races, and we're massive. We have a big country with a lot of people. We have major cities, lots of them. We are way different than a lot of these countries they try to compare us to. So it's crazy. Like we have states that are as big as some countries. Some societies have almost universal gun rights, but still don't have the murder. Of course, incidents and suicide rates we do. It's the American people who are dangerous with guns. They don't know how to handle. No, it's. I wouldn't say that they know how to. I'd say most of them know how to handle them. No, it's inner city crime, right? It's not even like the majority of gun owners aren't violent at all. We do have a mental health issue, right? But this goes down to the areas, right? They're these low income welfare areas. Like, it's just, I grew up in it, so that I know it very fucking well. Like the back of my hand. I can tell you literally everything about it. So those areas, they breed crime. They just do. Because it's like the reason why, from what I think because in order for you to get government assistance and have them pay your rent and get you food stamps and everything, you can't make over a certain amount of money. And if you do, they'll take it away. So and then also no fathers in the house. That's also a huge thing. You'll have, and this is just statistically true, that kids that are raised in single mother households, they tend to do a lot worse. They tend to wind up going to jail and shit like that. And so you'll see a lot of that. And then a lot of them be on welfare and they can't work and they can't have a man in the house, that makes any money. Otherwise, they have to give that shit up. And what happens is at first, it works out for them for a little bit, but then you become dependent on it. And then it's like, do I want to go work and make more money or not work at all and hustle and sell dope? Right? Like, and that's the way they think. And they're like, well, I could just sell dope or whatever, right? And it winds up becoming a normal thing, just normalcy. Everybody's doing it. It's just the way it is. So then you have a lot of people on drugs. You have a lot of mental health issues. You have a lot of people that aren't working and that are not getting any work ethics. They don't have any skill sets because they can't. Like, if they do, then they have to give up their shit, and it's retarded. It really is. That's why I think that system, I'm not saying it should be taken away. I think it should be like just a stepping stone, like something to boost you, to get you out of it, but to encourage you to make money, encourage you to make more and more money. Don't have it where, okay, if you make over this dollar, which is a very small amount, by the way. Like when I was on it, the last time, it was $12,000. If you made over $12,000 a year, you couldn't be on it. And it's like, who can survive on under $12,000 a year? So it really, it's not like, oh, if you make over $60,000, it's not like that. No, it's literally the bare minimum. It might be like 16 now or something, but I've been a competition shooter for over 50 years, trained in combat competition by 2 retired IDF space warriors. Most of the people I see at the range, I wouldn't trust to make change for $1. I think that just goes for the majority of people. But hey, I think I still think they should all, you know, be able to have the right to have firearms. You know, that's my personal opinion. I think when you start saying that I should have the right, but you shouldn't, I think that that's dangerous. Just like saying like I should be able to say what I want, but you shouldn't. You know, it's the same fucking thought. And I'm not saying everybody should have a firearm. I think that the majority of people should have the ability to get one. And then certain people probably shouldn't. You know, select few people, you know, violent criminals, shit like that. You know, if it's violence, right? Somebody who got a DUI, I wouldn't count that. I just picked up one of the last KAVISO Kirby Reigns in the shipwreck carbon fiber after watching your video. I heard the camel carbon will never do the shipwreck again, so I had to snag. Hell yeah, bro. That's a banger. That's a badass knife. Good for you, Mark. You just got a banger. And what a killer deal. That is like one of the best value knives you can buy right now. It's Riyadh. It's Kirby Lambert, premium materials, phenomenal action, phenomenal everything. And it's a bolster lock, and it's like $250, or it's under $300. Jared, any idea what pricing is looking like on that new tactile snacks? I don't know yet. I won't know for about a week. In about a week, we should know. Speaking of tactile, I do have some pens here I want to talk about. We got some new pens from them. I got one of their G10 ones. We're going to talk about some EDC gear, and I want you guys to join in if you guys want to. We could always just shoot the shit. I did put it in the, I guess I could change the title right now. Everybody got here. Hey, Jared, I want to get some new sharpening stones. I've had my ultra sharp set for a couple years. Now they're pretty worn out. What would you recommend? So you want freehand, right? Freehand. I would recommend if you can wait. I'm about to review some stones, and they are making me freehand stones right now. This is a company that's making stones very similar to Venive. They're actually the same thing as Venive, but here, check this out. They're thicker, meaning so most Venives are 1 millimeter to 2 millimeters thick resin, right? The Dragons, the most expensive ones, are 2 millimeters thick. These are 3 millimeters thick of resin, or the metal bond, whichever one, because they make both. So those are coming very soon. I'm going to do a review on those. I am testing them. They are really good. So anyways, but other than that, Venive, it would be like my number one if you have the money for it. They have the Phoenix ones that are 3x8s. They're 1 millimeter thick resin, a double-sided. And then the Dragons are 2 millimeter thick, double-sided resin bonded. They're very expensive though. If not, then I would go to Atomas. You can get the Atomas, a 140, a 400, a 600, 1200, or DMTs. But I would 100% recommend Atomas more than DMTs. The ultra sharps are just like DMTs. So the DMTs and ultra sharps are basically 1-to-1. But the Atomas are different. They're pretty good. They're really good. Sticks and stones might break my bones, but words will melt me. Is that right, Kyle? All right, so I wanted to talk about some EDC stuff. Obviously, we will get to all different kinds of knives, from folders to fixed blades. But let's talk about, first off, let's talk about some pens, right? So what do we got? What's EDC? We got pens, flashlight, wallet, wristwatch, knife, for sure knife. We got to have a fragrance. We can talk about some boots. There are some new shoes I want to talk about. USA made. Danners just made some Bull Run shoes. We'll check those out in a second. An EDC fixed blade. What else is EDC? Maybe a belt organizer. Maybe a belt. That's an EDC. So let's talk about all that shit. How long do Atomas last? Atomas last a good amount of time. They last longer than the other ones. So the reason why is, so most diamond plates are basically a thin layer of diamonds over the surface that are, spread out evenly. Atomas are giant little clusters of diamonds. So you see a bunch of what looks like a bunch of diamonds, but each one of those spots is a little cluster of diamonds, and like almost like a pyramid. And so when you're using it, you're wearing down the top of the clusters, and it just, you know, they just seem to last so long. Low Country Hillbillies, been a member for 3 months. Pens, what's this? Tri-State Live? No, it's not Tri-State Live, but hey, we do have some USA made pens here. So this one's made out of G10, super grippy though, like it almost feels like sandpaper. This one's aluminum. I do have a titanium one. We won't. Where the hell was it? Oh yeah, right here. I do have a titanium one as well. These are really good pens. They write really well. They have all different kinds, you know, all different prices. These are very lightweight. This one also has the micro machining. You can't see it in the camera, can you? It does have micro machining. You can look up the pictures. Actually, maybe the titanium one you'll be able to see it because it's silver. You can almost see it. But it has that texturing on it. The tactile does. It's really nice. These are really good pens. This one's like super grippy, super lightweight. It actually feels really good. This one's a little bit slimmer, the aluminum one, but both of them are great. Another pen I've been using that I really, really like, I'm not sure where you can get it. It's a Chavez pen. You might be able to get it on Blade HQ. Check the link down in the description if you want one. It is a titanium pen with a titanium clip with the skull. This is one of my favorite pens right now. This thing writes so good. I mean, it is just an amazing writer. Like, it makes me want to write. It writes so good. Nice clicky clicker. But I like the clip. The clip actually works well too. So these are probably my favorite pens right now. Tactile, and then this Chavez. Oh wait, no, and one other one. I like this one too. This is a USA made one too, just like the tactiles. This is from Soul Built. This one is titanium, and you can see we got the work hard, stay tough on there, of course. They have two different kinds. This thing, it's titanium, and it has like a ramp with some texturing right there, so you can click it down, and it's kind of fidgety, but it's thick, it's bold. What's cool about this is you can turn it into a marker really easily. So it's actually a marker that you put a pen cartridge in if you want to use it as a pen. Right now, mine's a pen, but it originally came as a marker, and they have all different color refills. They don't go dry, and it makes it to where you can have a permanent marker for work or wherever you want and not have to worry about it drying out, and it's in like a good quality thing. And then if you want to, you can change it back into a pen quickly. People still write? I do. I like to write because I grew up writing, you know, so it's more of a habit. I have all kinds of notebooks. I don't really trust writing or having information in my computer, like especially like just now, you know, we just got this hack job, and they were like trying to steal all kinds of shit. Like, we're still dealing with the shit. So like I put passwords, codes, you know, and have information written down, but not just that. Like, I like to jot down thoughts and ideas for videos and maybe how I'm going to set up a video. It's just much easier for me to do it than on a computer. Not that a computer is not a good way to do it too. This is just how I do it. If you were a stock clerk, that'd be perfect. Yeah. I think even a construction worker, because like in construction, you use markers all the time. You use pencils too. So, you know, there's just different reasons or different materials depending on what you're working with. You know, will depend on what you're going to use. Kind of like concrete. Like if you're dealing with concrete, you use like, it's like a wax pen or like a crayon kind of. That's why I love Samsung Ultra with the S Pen style. Oh, you're talking about this? Talking about this thing? Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I could write notes with it, but I mean, I could, but I don't know how good it'd be. By the way, guys, I've got my new phone all set up. So by the 12th, my nephew will replace me. All right, Haven. Now, what is the next EDC item? So, wallet. Let's talk about wallets. What's a good wallet? Now, I am wanting to get a Rose and Anvil wallet. He makes some USA made wallets. They look really cool. The reason why I'm stuck in these ones, and I really like these, and I have actually a new wallet right now. I should go grab it. Let me just show you guys. It's pretty quick. It's right here. So this is I'll show you the one I'm carrying here in a second. These are from Extra. I didn't put the link down in the description. I should have put it down there. But this is an all aluminum wallet. Look at that, with that satin finish. But see, it's got the button. See how it pushes the cards out? So all your cards, look at that, right in a row. So it's like, what card do I need? You can just go bam, and now you can pick which card you want. You want that first one. And then you have a little sleeve so you can, you know, put some money or something behind there if you want. You also have another little spot back here. Now, what's also cool is you can technically, so you can have like your main card or your ID or something right back here if you want. It's really cool. It's lightweight. It is metal, so you know that is a thing. It's not going to like mold to you. But you can also take this thing out if you want to and just put money back there or whatever. So it can be even thinner. You can just take this deal off and just carry this and then not have the sleeve. And then you could take this and put it over to this to carry money. But they also have a thing that you can carry with your wallet. So if you ever lose your wallet, they'll actually find it for you, where you can like track your wallet basically, which is a pretty cool feature. So, and you know, it's basically like an air tag that goes with your phone or with your wallet. So that's pretty cool. The Extra wallet. Now you see into that card thing, how you push the button. So that's what I've kind of gotten addicted to with Andar. This is a brand new one. I'm actually thinking about throwing it in the EDC box for whoever wins that, because it is brand new. This is what it looks like after a couple years of carry. Beautiful. It looks damn beautiful. This looks damn good. Look at that thing. Doesn't that thing look beautiful? But look, and then it's still got the card slip. So I can easily just grab my cards, put it back, carry anything extra back here like business cards. You got your Neeves. Oh, that's not a Neevesknives one. You got your Neevesknives business card. But yeah, I like this wallet. It's slim, lightweight, easy to carry. I personally like, what is this? I personally like leather. So it's just, you know, it's nice for me to carry. I usually carry it in the right back pocket, but sometimes I'll throw it in the front pocket and it's easy to do. So this one, you know, I love that little pull tab right there. But these are really nice. Like I said, you can just keep a couple cards and keep it super duper slim, but these are really cool. Here's another Extra one. So Extra has all different kinds of stuff. Here's some leather ones. Here's a carbon fiber one. They got all different kinds of wallets. So I should have linked them down in the description. I do have a video on Extra stuff you can probably find. I also have a bag that I'm about to review, a nice bag too. Now, let's get to the next thing. So that would be a wallet I would recommend, the Andars or the Extras. So what's next? What's next? Should we talk knives now, or should we? Oh, you know what? While we're on leather, if you guys have not tried Tale of Knives makes belt organizers. So it just goes right here on your belt. You can carry your knife, your pen, and your flashlight. I used to wear this at work. I haven't worn it since I stopped working at the distillery, but at work I would have to take out my knife constantly, and instead of taking it out and, you know, constantly roughing up my pants 100 times a day, I just took it out of this, and then it would rough this thing up. And then, you know, I had my pen for when I needed to mark things. And then I also had my flashlight, which I used often. I would have to climb in containers and shit. So I would have my flashlight. So it made everything really accessible. And when I started carrying this, I never left home without it after that. Because one, it makes it to where I can carry a good amount of stuff, even if it's thick stuff, and sit down and be comfortable. I can walk around comfortably. Things aren't poking me in my pockets, and it's so easy to get to. And this is very high quality. This is USA made, and this is custom made. So I picked the stitching colors. I love this color combo too. The blue with the brown. I freaking love blue with brown. You guys probably know already when you guys see like some of my other stuff. I love the blue with the brown. I think it looks great. But you can pick any color you want. You know, there's plenty of other colors that would go good with that. Next, let's talk about some fixed blades, some EDC fixed blades. So I only pulled out a few, right? So first off, we'll talk about mine, which is the FLN TKELL knives, FLN, Neeves Knives design, USA made. It is expensive because it's USA made. It's made with 80 CRV2 steel, and this is a self-defense knife. So this isn't really an EDC knife. This would be a self-defense knife, but it was designed for the clinch, basically, for being wrapped up in a corner, being, you know, where somebody's grabbing you or preventing you from, you know, getting maybe to your firearm or whatever, right? So many different situations you could think of where you might need to cut somebody's arms off of you. And it's made to do in the same damage rapidly fast. So I've just been in lots of situations where, you know, I thought about what would have been the only thing that would have worked. And in a few situations, a firearm would have been the last thing that would have worked. So I think it is good to have a little blade on you. Now you can also get it in a karambit form. If you get it without the ring, it will come with a G10 ring. So you will still be able to make it a karambit. This one actually, oh, this one is the G10 one. So this you can also get it with a metal ring. So this one's the G10 ring. You can see how it's installed. So it's just a scale, but it makes it to where you can use it like that. But this was designed for the forward grip, not the reverse grip. Obviously, you can use it in the reverse grip if that's what you're comfortable with. But most people, I think, are going to be comfortable swiping forward, not swiping upward. So it does conceal very nicely right in the front of your belt. You can literally put it right here. This is where I like to keep it. I do recommend if you buy one, you get this clip or the other clip. If you watch my full review, you can see it comes with a different clip. But if this is too much money for you, which I understand it is expensive, you could always go with something like this. And you can find these on Amazon for like $11. The sheath sucks. It's an $11 knife or like $15 knife or something like that. But hey, it does work. And you can throw it in your pocket or put it on your belt. Technically, if you just buy a different clip like one of these and put it on here, it wouldn't be too bad. It would work then. But this will do crazy damage just like that thing will do. And it's very, very affordable, very, very lightweight, and it's nasty. It'll get the job done. Very cheap. Now, if you want to get one of these, just go down to the Neevesknives store down in the description and just type in karambit. You'll probably find one. They're cheap. They're just in a little Amazon purchase. But, oh, another one really quick while we're talking about self-defense knives. ShivWorks. ShivWorks is another one. They make high quality ones. I got a bunch of their stuff. So this one's the clinch pick 2.0. Here's the double-edged one. These are really good too. So this is a good one. You can get it in the hammer fist just like this and go town. You can carry it like this and swipe this way and this way, which I do like. I like that double-edged blade. These are not cheap, but they're definitely more affordable than the FLN because they are made overseas. I do like their handle style. They also make punch daggers. I think I have one right here. Yeah, so they also do punch daggers. So this is from ShivWorks. You can find them online. He does all kinds of videos on self-defense. He actually designed his clinch pick basically under the same exact circumstances I did. He kind of what appealed me to designing one because he had some similar stories that I had, and when I listened to him explain it, it made perfect sense to me. And I was just like, man, like I could tell like he was really, thinking about certain scenarios and what would have worked and what wouldn't have. And he's not saying don't use a firearm. He's saying, alongside a firearm. A lot of people can't carry firearms though, so we gotta have something. Now, EDC knives. This is one I haven't carried much, but I do like it. The BKMT. I think Best Tech makes these. This is the field spec. They come in at a couple different blade shapes, but you can see my card is still brand new. I haven't really even used it, but this is a good little fixed blade EDC. My little issue with it, which is not even an issue, it's a little slim right here in my hand. I like knives to go from thinner to thicker, not thicker to thinner. So that's my only little downfall. Now, to be honest, if I carried it, I probably wouldn't even notice that. But it does come with a sheath. These are really cool. You can get extra scales for them. I got the sheet still here. BMK knife and tool, and this is M390 60 to 61 HRC. 125 thousandths blade stock thickness. It is nice and thin behind the edge. See, here's the scales I was carrying it with, and you can see these ones are used a little bit when I first got it, but I haven't really carried it much. I got some G10 ones, but you guys can go check that guy out. I'm not sure if he has any available or not. I haven't looked him up in a while. Maybe I should check him out. Maybe I should carry this for a little bit and give some better feedback on it. But anyways, awesome fixed blade. Now, another one. This is made in the USA. He recently made a large version of this. And this is by, let me just show you the card. Auxiliary Knives. This is the Pocket Bowie. And it's little, it's nasty though. I think the handle is great. I personally like this one. He has different handle materials. This is the white G10. But to me, this is a little self-defense knife. That's what this is. It's a little pocket buoy. Obviously, you can use it for whatever you want, but it's thick. It's thick. So to me, it's for like jamming it into something. And obviously some light-duty EDC. It's got no choil here, which for a self-defense knife, you might not want. Just because when you slash, you want the edge to go right into the cut. You don't want nothing getting trapped or ending up in a place that's not cutting. But it is really awesome. Like I said, USA made. You can tell, he did great work on these scales. The fit and finish is great. Everything's pretty much great on it. The only thing is, like I said, it is thick. It is a thick boy. So, like I said, it's not going to be the best slicer, but he has a large one now that he recently came out with that I haven't tried, but I've seen. I think they might be on Blade HQ. I'm not sure. I think these are on Blade HQ. Linked down in the description. Anything I'm showing right here, I have links for pretty much down in the description. Now, I'm not going to tease you guys too much, but a badass fixed blade EDC is this Steve Kalari custom from Blade Binge, the Blade Binge and Steve Kalari custom. Woo! Damn it, I forgot I forgot that edge I put on there. Holy shit, that's sharp. But this is a beautiful knife. Super slicey. Look at that. That's a slicer. So yeah, that's badass. I'm really excited for the collaboration me and Steve are gonna do. They're sold out, so you guys are fucked on getting any of those. But that's okay. So let's get to some folding knives. Or let's go to wristwatch really quick. Let me know down. I want to know from you guys, what if you carry a wristwatch, what wristwatch do you have? What's your favorite or favorite couple? Do anyone have the new Asher Spiral Warncliffe knife that they want to sell? I do not. I haven't gotten an Asher in a couple of years. What's your thoughts on Bassonelli knives? I read people saying they are just gimmicks. Yeah, so I have tried them. I'm trying to look one up really quick to get a reminder. It's been a while since I've seen anything on them, so that probably says something. Let's look at the folders first. Okay, so I don't know, the folders don't look bad. The Alpha 1 looks pretty cool. Doesn't look bad, but I'm imagining they could be a little rough around the edge. Wait, I remember one I did try. I don't think it was a folder, it was a fixed blade. I think some of their karambits are not great. But it's tough. It probably just depends on which one. I don't want to dog them without having the knife in hand. I wouldn't say they're a gimmick though. They look well done. This one's an M390, $350. Ooh, it better be made in the USA for that much money. I don't know where. It doesn't say where it's made, but find out where they're made, and that would say a lot more. But I mean, some of them look good. So wristwatches. Okay, what do we got? I just seen something. I have a G-Shock. That's funny because we're going to talk about a G-Shock. I got a G-Shock here too. A helm. I don't know what that is. What's up, Neeves? I literally have my pocket buoy in my hand. When I opened your stream, love it. Mine's blacked out with the carbon fiber scales. Hell yeah. Did you see the large ones that he recently made? It's the same thing, just a larger version. It looks pretty damn cool. You got a Casio, okay, Samsung Galaxy Watch 6. I haven't heard of that one. The Pixky watch. Maybe I should be looking these up. A Fossil chronograph, that's awesome. What you think of textile fixed blades? I've only tried one, so I can't really speak on it. I've only tried one, and it was like last year at Blade Show, Texas, like early last year. So it's been a long time. It was good. I mean, I didn't have nothing stood out to me that like it was bad. Another G-Shock. So all right, let's talk about the G-Shock. Is I got one here. This one is the so this comes in different finishes, different colors, so you can get it with the silver, or this one's like this one's the rose gold. I originally was gonna get a silver one with the Tiffany blue face, and then when I went to buy that one, that's literally I was going there to buy that one, the silver with the Tiffany blue. I seen this one, and I don't know how I wound up buying this one instead, but I did. But I do like it. I do like it a lot. It's got a dark blue face. They are kind of expensive for G-Shocks, because and it does come with the other, like the plastic or rubber casing. You know, you can change it out and stuff. But it comes just like this with the metal band, the stainless band, you know, with the color of rose gold. I like it though. It's heavy, it's thick, you know, it's not really heavy, but you know, it's a solid watch. I do like it quite a bit. I have been wearing it. It goes good when I'm wearing like green and things like that. I do still want to get that Tiffany blue one though. And yeah, I also like the face of it, the shape of the face. I think the shape is a really good shape. Why is this thing not focusing? There we go. So I love the shape of that face. I think it looks really good. Anyways, another one that I want to recommend, if you want titanium, you can check out the ones from damn it, why can't I think of it? Big Idea Design. Big Idea Design. This one's really cool. It is actually just threw it on really quick right before the stream. I don't think I reset the time. So this one isn't automatic, but it comes in different versions, so you can choose what option you want. But it's let me just set this time. This one, like I said, this one's an automatic, which I like. Automatics are my favorite. It has an open back, and what's cool is this comes with this Horween leather band. Well, you can pick which color you want or what you want. I got the brown Horween leather, but I also got a black one over there, so I can change it out if I want. But check this out. You don't have to do anything to take the band off. It's literally this easy. Bam. So now I can switch bands. So you can swap colors. Like say you can literally get all different color bands. So and since black matches everything, you know, it's easy. If you pick the black one, they have other ones. I like the black, but you can see it has an open face in the back because it's an automatic. Big Idea Design. I like seeing the open backs. I love the workings of a watch. Same, like just like a knife, you know. I've always been into like the mechanics. But see how fast that was for me to take it off? Like it's like nothing. So you just slip it through, slip it through, slip it through, and then slip it through. And that's it. And it's done. And you can put it on. Let me set it over here. But I do really like this one. Yeah, it's a little bit expensive, a little bit. It's like, I think this one's like $450. It is titanium, and all the little all these are all titanium too. You can see it says right there. my focus would ever work. You can't see it, but it says right there, titanium or tie. So the case is titanium, the loops are titanium, and then Horween leather, which is made in Chicago, by the way, Chi-Town. So I really like that. But let's see, we got the Seiko Diver. I want to get another watch soon. I'm not sure what I want to get. Sin watches are pretty hot. I don't know what that one is. My wife got me a Seiko Katora Perpetual black/gold for our anniversary. Very cool. Oh yeah. Shout out to her, man. Sounds like a good wife getting you a watch. My wife and I both have G-Shocks, both totally different to set. Most accurate is a $25 Timex Indiglo. Yeah, I don't think the price really matters with watches. You know, I think if you like budget, go budget. If you like premium, I like to be in a little bit more, like not like, so back in the day, like this was a long time ago, I had a little watch collection and I was collecting Movados for a little while, which you could say, some people would argue that they're overpriced. They are Swiss made, but you know, some of them are expensive, some of them are not. I had a Louis Vuitton watch and I had a few other ones, but I did have, they were pretty expensive, some of the watches I had, and I did really like them. And, you know, so when I got back into the knives and shit like that, you know, I wanted to get some watches again. Now, I don't have a big watch collection. I only have a few. I only have like five or six watches. And I only wear 3 of them. No, I wear 4 of them. Not actually 4 or 5. I do have a vintage watch that I wear from time to time. But anyways, the point is that I don't think you have to go crazy on the price with some watches, but it is nice if you can afford it to get a good watch. Like I would love to one day have a really, really nice watch. It makes you feel good. You know, I think it's kind of like, you know, kind of like knives. I don't want to say it's just like knives because it is a little bit different. You know, you're wearing it on your wrist. It is a little bit, not formal. I don't even know how to put it, but it makes you feel good, you know, and you know, makes you look like you're going to be on time. You about your religion or reason why you just explained the accommodations you're asking for, which for me was to continue to work the same way I've been working. What in the hell are you talking about? Neeves said, whore. What about rollies? Hey man, rollies are you know, they're badass. Thunder, thank you for becoming a member, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Watch out for the members' lives so you can get in the damn giveaways. But yeah, Rolex, man. The thing with Rolex is that they're just, you know, they are so sought after by so many people that the prices go up, but they are collector pieces. Most people that buy them just like some of the other like the Pateks and stuff, they buy them as an investment. So I think those are great. I mean, I think having an investment piece is smart. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Some people store money that way so that they, you know, they can, one, get the write off, but 2, they can literally keep it and it will grow. So like over 10 years, it'll wind up being worth more, you know, just depending on which one it is and things like that. But if you know the no, just like knives, like if you know the no, you know, like this one's probably going to wind up being a little bit more in the future or something like that, or desired or whatever. Blade Walker gifted a Neevesknives membership, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate the support. So we do have another new member, man. Shout out to the members. What can I do with a max of $110? I want another knife. But that's all I have for now. Okay, so we have some budget knives coming up right now. So there's one in particular I want to show you guys. This thing to me is a good example of a tough knife that's well done. I'm not saying it's a hard use knife, but it's badass. And this is the Civivi Vexillum. It is grippy like a firearm. It literally has like a firearm pattern on it. Stupid smooth. Multiple deployments. Huge thumb studs. So they're very easy to flick out there. Very ergonomic. Beautiful clip point blade. The tip is about center with the pivot, so utility cuts are going to be great. It's going to slice good. It's still thin behind the edge, but it has a robust grind, so it's going to be tough and slicey at the same time. And with those ergos, you're not going to have to worry about fatigue or anything like that. Very smooth though. Look at this thing. Just watch this. It's a damn guillotine. But yeah, the clip is inset with flat screws, hidden lanyard pin back there. The G10, it feels solid. This feels hard. Like this feels tough. That's what I love about it. This, like I said, this feels like a work knife. But this is a great option if you're looking for a good, affordable knife. The blade steel is Nitro V. Nitro V is great. We're about to do an edge retention on Nitro V very, very soon. Then we have some more budget knives. Oh, TWOSUN right now, 150 bucks. It's in the USA right now. If you want to ever get the TWOSUN TS223 and M390 titanium bolsters with micro milling, beautiful carbon fiber, TA hardware all the way around, Jelly Jerry design, titanium clip that works great, titanium backspacer. Right now, it's in the USA. So if you want to get one, you can get it probably by tomorrow. Like when I looked at it a few minutes ago, it said delivered by tomorrow. So I don't know. Maybe a couple days for you guys. But still, you're not going to have to wait for it to come in 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month or anything like that. So if you want to get the TWOSUN TS223, I linked it at the top of the description. So if you want to check that out, it's down there. That would be a budget premium knife. But going to the budgets, I got a few right here I want to talk about. This. So this one's one I really like. This is the KIZER Invictus. So I really like the Mad Tanto by KIZER. It's got a dual ground drop point Tanto. Great micarta. Super ergonomic. This one's the drop point version. So same handle. Same everything pretty much. Actually, this one has a reversible clip. The Mad Tanto doesn't. But very ergonomic. Great action. The flipper tab is positioned really comfortably. So it's real easy to do the push button or the light switch. Like I said, great quality micarta. You know, I like that KIZER uses USA made micarta in most cases. And yeah, nice. And you can hear, listen to that sound. That's a good one. So this is a great budget banger if you are in that dango price range. So definitely check that out. Link down in the description. Just look for the KIZER link. You can go to KIZER and just type in Invictus. Or just search. I'm sure you can just find just by looking, just scrolling down. Next, we have, this is a Big Daddy. I'm not even sure if they have these available right now. They did, but they might be sold out. But this is the Momo. Aluminum handle, aluminum bolster, titanium clip. Look at this thing. It is redunculous. It has a front flipper on it. It's kind of wide right here, but it's very easy, man. But this thing's like it's like a kitchen EDC knife or something. Drop point blade, somewhat of like a chef knife style blade. Good plunge grind, good access to the lock bar. You can reverse flick it pretty easily too. But yeah, this one's pretty damn cool. The KIZER Momo. Oh, the blade steel 154 cm, and the geometry is great. Nice and thin, like very thin. This thing's going to be a slicer. And this would be a great, like, you know, this thing's good for poking for sure. Comes with extra hardware, as KIZER usually does, which is always great. There's a lot of hardware in there. Huh. Wonder why. It looks like T8s all the way around, but there might be screws underneath the scales, unless they gave me double. So that's a couple budget bangers here. I have another. Oh, the Civivi Praxis button lock. That's a good one. I don't know if we should pull that one out. I pulled that one out the other day. I got the Doberman here, which is another great one. Damn it, I forgot to put this in here. Hang on one second, guys. I'm just shove this in here. Try to keep these in the boxes because I'm using them for videos. I want to You know, if I'm gonna test them, I'll pull them out and I'll just start testing them, and then they never go back in the box. But until I decide to test them, I want to keep them in the box just in case if I give them to you guys. You know what I mean? There's a lot of these knives I have multiples of, so there's no reason for me to pull it out. I already have one I'm testing. This is the Clipper. I freaking love the Clipper. This is 3V steel on this particular one, but it does come in other materials. This one's the aluminum, and great access to the lock bars. You can see this is stupid smooth, perfect front flipper. This is how front flippers should be. It's so easy. Like, do you see that? Look how easy that is. Like, you can do the side finger, you can do the thumb roll, you can do the reach over. It's just stupid smooth. I can even reverse flick it. Ergonomics are hand melting, especially for this little harpoon sheep's foot. It's like a poon action sheep's foot. Like, you can do this pitch grip really good, you know, to go around boxes, to trace things. You can cut backwards, you can cut forward, you can get it in the gas station knife fighting grip. It is a badass knife. And if you like front flippers or you want to get into front flippers, try one of these, because this one's easy. Like, you know, if you can light a lighter, you can flick this. That's basically the way it is. You put your finger up there and light the lighter. Super easy. But that's the Clipper. That one's in 3V steel. I think KIZER does a good job with this 3V. Now, it's not like I have a few of their knives in 3V. To be honest, I've only thoroughly tested one in their 3V. I have sharpened the other ones, you know, and had other ones and used them, but not thoroughly tested. So from my experience, the one I thoroughly tested did really well. And you know, I can't say that for all their premium super steels, but it seems like they did a good job on that one. The Civivi Praxis. Now, this is a banger budget knife. This is, I also have this in the Neeves Knife Store. If you want to go and check out the knives we have at the Neeves Knife Store, we do have some of these. They do come in different colors. And if they're not, you can just go to the Civivi link. Just make sure you use the discount code. But this is a button lock. Now, what's cool about this is, one, it's a spear point blade with super good geometry, solid aluminum handles, very, very ergonomic. You can choke up. Nitro V steel. You can get a liner lock version of this for like $44 if you get the 9CR version. But you can always add the thumb studs right here if you want to. See how there's plenty of room? So you can get, what are they called? Quick studs with a K. You can find them in the Neeves Knives Store. Just type in KWIK studs and you'll find them, and you can install your own thumb studs on whatever knife, you know, that'll take them. They go on most folding knives, but those are a few really good budget options. Now another knife, this isn't mine. I have it in for sharpening from a friend in the Chicago area. I actually need to get it back to him because I've had it for a long time. I've had all his knives for a long time, including his tagged out. This is not mine, but I do like this. Blade HQ has a titanium one of this for the same price as the G10 one. Let me just look it up. I want to show you guys this. All right, no. I hate oh, that's why. I hate their search thing, man. You have to write things down perfectly. Okay, so check this out. You can get this G10 one for about $280 or a titanium one. Look at that. This one has the whole deployment. Maybe that's why. Oh, it's CPM 154. That's why. Okay, never mind. I get it now, because this one is S45 VN. 90 thousandths blade stock thickness. Nice thin blade stock. This is super slicey. This is a great knife. It really is. I actually like this thing a lot. This one's pretty damn solid. This one actually has a good detent. Nice snap to it. This makes me really like Benchmade. They did a damn good job on it. Nice sharpening choil, beautiful clip point blade, phenomenal geometry, sharpened up really good, took a really good edge. Great G10, deep carry clip, aluminum backspacer. The tagged out's a good one for USA made. But The little mini AK-47. I don't even know if they have these available anymore. Are these even available? They have, oh wait, they have a big one. But I don't think, oh no, they don't have the minis, I don't think. Anyways, doesn't matter. You can probably find them somewhere. But anyways, it's pretty damn cool. It's got the DLC coating on it. I think this is CTS, maybe, yeah, CTS XHP. It has the thumb disc that actually works great. This thing is snappy. It is kind of like a 3.5 finger grip, but you could choke up. Pretty cool little knife. And since it's the triad lock, you know, for a little compact knife, this thing's probably tougher than 90% of knives out there. This little guy, just because of that lock. All right, let me catch up. I know I'm probably backed up in the chat, so sorry if I missed anything. Just rewrite it. Jim Miller gifted 5 Neevesknives memberships. Shout out to you, Jim, man. Thank you. Dude, I appreciate the support so much. You guys have no idea. Those donations help the channel massively. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're deciding which knife to cut up your laptop with after the FBI visits you, 2 questions for posting your opinions on Facebook in Commie 2024 USA. You can be listening live to Neeves. That's funny. I would say if that's the case, you just want to get rid of that fucking thing. Smash it up and burn it, but I don't know if that'll even help you. I'm 15 making money however I can, and knives plus steel is one of my favorite hobbies. That's awesome, man. Good for you. I already have sharpening tools and lots of knives and can't stop. Dude, since you're getting into it young, you're actually blessed, man. Get into it young. Very cute. Get into it young and learn sharpening now. Start learning it because it will take a little bit of time to pick it up. But since you're young, do freehand. You can always get a fixed angle system in the future. But just if you have tenacity and you are stubborn, I guess you could say, and patient, which doesn't really go together. But if you can, put the time in, you can get to sharpening knives and learning it, and it will be a skill that you will have forever. It will translate in a lot of other fields, and you'll not only enjoy it because it is kind of therapeutic, but it makes it to where you never have to worry about a dull tool again. And there's something about it that's very, very rewarding that people probably don't acknowledge or ever think about. And I do think there's something about it that's ingrained in our DNA, especially the warriors of society. You know, it's definitely ingrained in us. The quiet carry, Waypoint Large. This is one of my favorite carries right now. I freaking love this thing. I did resharpen it, and then I also microchipped the shit out of it. I also have the new tactile. Ooh, this new tactile that I freaking love too. Going to be doing a video soon on it. I wanted to carry it. I have sharpened it already. So we did put it on stones. And yeah, this one's a good one. The Archer. Very premium. Woo! Super smooth. This is the best thing they've done yet. And then this is already gone, so I'm not going to talk about it long. You guys bought this shit up really quick. This is the American Blade Works knife collaboration with BLADEBINGE. They sold out really quick, so I didn't post my video on it for reasons, but yeah, awesome knife. Very, very smooth. I personally like the micro milling blade. I know Brian from Transparent Knives does not. Can't even see it. What's going on with my camera? Can't even see the shit I'm trying to show you guys. There we go. Kinda. You can kind of see it. It's got the micro milled lines. Anyways, doesn't matter. But Magna Cut 63 to 64 HRC. He does a good job with it. Shout out to American Blade Works. And then we were talking about it earlier. Neeves, not the Neeve Knife Co. store down in the description. We have the Jack Wolf's the Jack Wolf, what the hell? Why can't, the Gunslinger. The Gunslinger Jack is available. We do have a bunch of them on the site. This is a badass one. It's expensive. Yes. Is it overpriced? A little, but damn it, is it good? This is just, to me, these are they're great collector pieces. I'm not saying it's like Matchbox cards or Pokemon cards. I don't even know how to play Pokemon or anything about it, but I know you collect them, so that's why I used it. So it's not like something where you have to collect them all, but it's nice when you have a nice little collection of them. And this is one of their best, if not their best piece. I do also really like the After Hours Jack, but stupid snappy. That Fuller, super good reverse flick. Great acoustic. Hear that ting, ting. This one is the Ironwood, which is nice and dark. It's a really, really tough wood. S90V with a mega thin blade. This is the definition of laser beam. It is so slick. I feel like I'm touching my fingers when I do this. It's almost like there's nothing in between them. It is so thin. So yes, this thing slices like a dream, and sharpening it up takes minutes because it's so thin. Kind of like, when I was talking about, sharpening this guy. It's sharpened up in like 3 minutes because it's so thin. And that's why I recommend you guys, if you guys are going to learn how to sharpen and you're going to get on the stone, thank you, Todd. I appreciate it, brother. If you're going to get on the stone, use something thin. Sharpen on thin knives. I have a whetstone and an angle adjust sharpener. I sharpen my family's tools and knives. Sunday night on Easter, me and my uncle sharpened my grandpa's dull knives and talked about EDC knives all night. That's awesome, man. That is badass. But yeah, get into sharpening, man. Get some stones, start collecting them. Get diamond stones. Start with those. Start with diamonds. Diamonds. Jared, any thoughts on linerless scales? No, I haven't tried them. I recommend the goats because that's what I know. Not that I wouldn't recommend the aughts if I hadn't tried them. I just haven't tried them. I like the look of them. Everybody says they're dope. Everybody says they're good, but I've only tried the original goats. Do you use your $400+ knives the same way you use your 80? Yeah, I do, but it's different for me though. I'll be honest, like I wouldn't probably if I was somebody else. Just in all honesty, I don't know. It's different for me because one, I enjoy using my knives 100%. So if it's a knife that I really, really love, then I want to use it. Right now, don't get me wrong. There are some knives. I got some Rocksteads up there that I don't fucking use. Like there's like a $2,000 one up there I've never cut anything with, because it's kind of a collector piece. It's something special. I have plenty of knives to fuck shit up with, right? But that doesn't mean when I'm carrying my premium knife in my pocket that when I have to cut something, I take it out and I use it. Like this one, just sharpened it up, and I got microchips all over right here because I hit staples. I'll resharpen it again. Now I have a massive knife collection. I have the ability to fucking throw this one against the wall and grab another one. A lot of people don't. So that does make me an exception to the rule. Now, before I had that, what I would do is I would beat on my beaters a little bit more, and then I would carry my premium ones and use them, but I wouldn't abuse them. So there's a difference there. Most of the time when I'm using my knife, I'm not abusing it. I'm just using it. So it doesn't matter what knife I have. If you're not abusing your knife, it really doesn't matter. The only difference is whether or not you're going to sharpen it. So a premium knife, obviously, if you sharpen it, the value is going to go down compared to if it has a factory edge. But if you put a quality edge on there, then that's not really the case. Some people, as long as it's not like 10 sharpenings in, as long as it's only like 1, maybe 2 sharpenings, the person might not care who's going to buy it from you if you're going to sell it. But being that I like to use my knives, and I like to use a premium knife with a good steel and testing steels and stuff like that. Yeah, I'll use the shit out of them. I fucking got videos of me cutting boots in half with $1,000 knives. But that's me though. I don't expect everybody to do stuff like that. The point where I'm nervous to cut with a knife is $2K plus, because I wouldn't even keep a knife that expensive. But below that, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm kind of probably in the same camp. I think I'm probably in the $1,000 and under range. That's where, because like right now, like this knife, this is like 500 something dollars, right? I've been using the shit out of it the past 3 days, but I'm testing it. So that's also a difference though, you know. Like I'm in, like, we're all into knives, right? We're all into knives, but some of us like use, like, this is my job. So, you know, I have to do it. Like, it would be irresponsible of me to not test expensive knives. Like, how could I come to you and tell you something's really good if I haven't even fucking cut with it? That doesn't make sense. So for somebody who's buying it though, that's why I do it. Like I said in the video the other day, don't do the things like, if you see me spine whacking a knife or fucking throwing a knife across the floor or whatever, or, you know, stabbing into things, whatever the hell I'm doing, that doesn't mean you should do that. I'm showing you whether or not it can do it, so you don't have to, so you don't have to test it. But, you know, obviously use your tools however the hell you want. But, you know, it's just different. As someone that goes saltwater fishing every week, that sand, swallow, anything. I lost a cold steel Pendleton that was clipped to my swimsuit with an ulti clip because I got hit by a wave. That sucks. Polish Custom Knives, yes, definitely check out that one. I actually am thinking about testing one of the Hermans that I have, which it's about damn near $1,000. I've cut with the ones I've had, or I have, but I haven't tested them. Have you checked out the new 10th anniversary WE knives? Maybe, possibly. I got one of them. I got the Civivis, the Sun Cut, and one WE knife. So yeah. I'm not sure how many they dropped, but I got one of them. I got pissed chipping my KIZER. Oh yeah, in 4V in the middle of my blade. Yeah, you're gonna get pissed. You know, that's, if you're gonna use your tools, you're gonna have, you know, they're gonna get damaged. But to me, I look at it as, that's the character that you're putting on it, right? Like when I scratch my bolster or scratch my scale or my clip, I don't care, because to me, it's like, that is my knife. I'm putting my love marks on it. Now, if there's a knife that I am worried about that, right? Like, let's say there's a knife I have that I'm like, I might sell this. I'm not going to use it. I'll just keep it in a box and show it from time to time and, you know, fuck with it. You know, I might carry it around the house and flip it, but I'm not going to sit there and take it and leave the house with it and go and use it and cut down my cardboard and shit, because I have plenty of knives to do that with. So I take the knives I'm going to test and I basically keep them out. And then the ones that I'm not going to test, or that I haven't tested, or that have doubles up, I keep boxed up ready to sell, or for giveaways, or for trade, or whatever. I have the oldest J. Martini handmade hunting knife in existence, confirmed by the Martini family in Lapland. I won't use it. It's virtually priceless. It'll be sold if I run out of retirement money. That's awesome, and good for you. And yes, like I said, I do think that that's a good thing to do. I think there's going to be some knives that I think any one of us would look at you and be like, what are you doing? Why are you using that? Don't use that. Put that away. Right. And like, those would be collector pieces. Those are pieces that should be treasured. And yes, there are some cases where where you get a knife and you don't know this is going to be a collector piece in 3 to 5 years, and you start using it. So some people like to hang on to them and try to keep nice for the just in case. But you know, there are some knives out there that hold value really, really, really well. There's some that go up in value. So, you know, it might be in your best interest in some cases to hang on to one. But I like to enjoy it. I like to carry it. I like to, you know, that's where I get my fun out of it. You know, some people get into the fun of buying, selling, and trading, which I understand. Trust me, I get it. Like I've been down that you know, that lane. But I like where I get my excitement from it is the sharpening it, the carrying it, the using it, the testing it. Uh, But you know, not that I don't get into the collecting part too, because I do. I obviously have a massive collection. I don't mind using my knives, but I hate when I accidentally drop them. Yeah. Yeah, I dropped my Steve Kalari custom chef knife onto concrete and it chipped the tip, of course, right? Uh, if it wouldn't have chipped the tip, I'd be pretty upset. I'd be calling Steve like, hey man, what's going on with this fucking thing? It dropped and hit concrete, it didn't even break. It only chipped the tip a little tiny bit, but as it should have. Uh Leon Moth Field Duty 3.5. The rest are under 400 bones. I want a real lightsaber. Well, then you want to get something like this. This is a lightsaber. That's what this is. The Quiet Carry Waypoint also. That's a lightsaber. Look at that blade geometry. Look at that. That's like 85 thousandths thick. You know what I'm talking about? Slicey. Jared, is Crewware the steel that you said holds both fine edge and working edge? No, it holds a fine edge for a long time. It does not hold a working edge. So that's its downfall. It has a long-lasting fine edge and a short-lasting working edge. Not that like it's like horrible, but from a lot of cut tests that I've seen and done, you'll have like, I like to say like 80-20, like 80% edge is going to be the fine edge and 20% will be the working edge. You know, that might vary, you know, I don't know. But you know, the working edge isn't the beautiful thing about that steel. It's the fine edge. Now you flip that to the exact opposite would be like Maximet. It has no fine edge holding ability, but it has an insane working edge holding ability. It'll hold an edge forever, but it'll be a working edge. It won't be like a hair whittling, fucking hair shaving edge, but it'll be sharp. For those looking for $110 or cheaper, the new React with the pivot lock is about $100. Yeah, I actually just did a video on that. Check that out. It's $117. It is a good one. Very solid. I like it quite a bit. Check this out. I haven't pulled these out in a little while. I did the Katsu knife video earlier, and I should have put these in there. I didn't think about it till after the video was done, but these are badass, man. This to me, it feels like a sword in a knife form. It's like a little katana. That's what it reminds me of. It's slicey, but yet robust enough to where you could, you know, like I was chopping trees and all kinds of shit with it when I tested it. But this one's the SLD Magic. Still has a good edge, man. It's tough. This is a tough steel. But you can see it's a Sanmai G10, obviously full tang. You can see the Sanmai right there. Yeah, they did a good job with that Sanmai. You can see it all the way up the spine. Anyways, nice size. Like it feels really good. It feels like a knife you want to almost fight with. Like it's kind of weird. This almost a straight back blade. I guess it's a drop point. You feel like you could plunge it into something. Good sheath. Now, I have another one. One of these is not available right now, but one of them is. I'm not sure which one is available and which one is not. But this other one, this one's more of a, this is so dope. Look at this handle. This one's also full tang, but it's inside the handle, like it goes like this. This is SLD Magic as well. Sanmai. You can see the Sanmai if you really look. But it's not double-edged, so the spine's not sharp, but you can slash and stab really well. And this being like a spear point blade and having this handle like this, like it's like just designed for you to, it feels like you want to just plunge it into something or throw it. Like when I was testing it, man, I couldn't help but fucking throw it into some logs because the balance is so forward heavy. You know, it's just when you stick it into something, that fucker goes deep. Tip is nice and strong. You see how it goes up and then sweeps up? Isn't that kind of cool? How it goes like this and then it sweeps up. Just so almost as like you're gonna plunge with it. They did a good job with these. Katsu does a really good job. Like, I'm actually pretty impressed with everything I get from them. And, you know, just, it's weird because looking at the name, you wouldn't think so. But, you know, I'm sure that's a Japanese name. They're made in China, but the designer is a Japanese man. And, you know, he obviously loves his, you know, heritage. Jared, are there any quick studs that fit thin blades? Well, yeah, quick studs. Well, I would, so let me show. So here's a 3-pack for $9. Oh shit. Let me see here. What is the, so as long as it's under 3 millimeter to 2.5, suitable for blade thickness 3 millimeter to 2.5 millimeter. So it's saying it can't go under 2.5. That doesn't make sense to me. What thinness are you looking for, I guess, is the question. I would imagine they can go as thin as you want. I don't know though. I will link them right now in the comments for you guys. But so here it's at the bottom of the comments. I just put it in there. I don't know. I have some, and I could have swore it fit on just about everything I threw it on, as long as there's room for it. I've been using the Artisan AHAB for a couple weeks. Really thin geometry, a great beta. Yes, I have tested that one. I tested that when it was in prototype phase. Quick studs fit all knives unless the blade width is too big. Right, unless it's too thick. Right, that's what I was thinking. Like if it's over 3 millimeters, then it won't. Can also be funky on knives with swedges. Yeah, you, like I said, as long as it will fit, meaning like, is there a flat area? Is there room when you close it? You know, things like that. They work on a lot of knives as long as you have room. Tri-State's in here? No, Tri-State ain't in here. He don't dare come over to these parts. What's up, bud? Someone say Tang? Pootie Tang. I was looking into that new re-app. Looks awesome. Reminds me of one of those new benchmarks. It is a cool one. Now, there's another company. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it because I was supposed to drop a video about it today. Well, no, I can. I just I was supposed to drop a video today, but now they asked me to wait a little bit. But they did say I could make shorts and what? That's okay. They said I could make shorts and stuff on it. But they have a new patent pending lock that's very similar to the Reat one, but it's also different because the Reat one has a nub built into the pivot. Watch my video, you'll see it. Right? It's really cool. It makes a really strong lockup. It has 3 or 4 points of contact. 3 just in the nub itself, and then 1 with the stop pin. This one from VOSTEED is similar, but it uses a liner that has a like a square on it that has the detent ball attached, so that bends, and then the button pushes it in. But it also does the same thing. It has 3 points of contact with that lock, then the stop pin, so 4 points. It feels very solid. It allows it to have a good detent, which is something the Reat is. It's okay, like it's not bad, but it's a lighter detent. Still really good, but lighter detent, but the lock is really strong. This one has a super strong lock, but a crispy detent. It's pretty damn cool. And I took it all apart in the video when I posted. I'm not going to post it for a few days, but would I consider a Bradford Guardian M390 a good work knife? Yeah, dude, the Guardians are great. USA made. You can find them in my Blade HQ link down in the description if anybody wants to get them. They're USA made fixed blades. They have different size versions, you know. And yeah, I like them. The one I have isn't the M390 one. I have one in Nitro V. But I love it. I love it. Mine has a leather sheath. I'm not sure what, you know, the other ones come with, but they come in all different color G10s. They're a great quality. They are production knives, so you know they're a USA production fixed blade, and relatively affordable for what you're getting, considering, and they're really good quality. So One more for me. I appendix carry my Glock. I guess I could move my clip holders back on the other side and wear it on the left front. What are you guys talking about? Huh. Jared, the blade I'm speaking of for a quick stud is a spear point type blade, so it tapers thin. Right, but it should start out where you're going to put the studs kind of thick. Man, I fucked up my elbow. It should start out kind of thick. I mean, what? I'd have to know the knife. In your use, what is the strongest non-lock back knife lock, no triad, Axis, Shark, liner frame? Well, Shark is going to be stronger. Axis will be second, then frame, then liner. Some liners are stronger than some frames, though. It just depends. Like that depends on the lock face geometry. But as far as it would go triad, Shark, Axis, compression, then everything else after that. There's a few like weird locks, like say the Factor as the magnetic lock. This is a really strong lock. I haven't tested it, but I just know when you look at it, I would love to feel this, or not feel. I would love to see it in like a real test where they're hanging shit from it. It seems like it would do well. But yeah, and then there's a few other ones that have like really strong locks, but like Emerson does liners, and these are really strong. But they're kind of made for hard use. They're thick as a brick, though. That's the only problem. They're not much for cutting, I'll tell you that. You can cut with them, but they're fucking thick as shit. I bought one of the Rehab budget knives just to see how the lock corks. Think I'm going to sell it, though. Don't really like the sound and hole in the handles. I'm not a big fan of hole in the handles either, but for some reason, that one looks cool to me. I'm working on the other bigger Rehab pivot lock knife, the PLXT or something. Yeah, that's the PL. That's what we're talking about right now. The PLXT. I just did a video on it yesterday or the day before. Check it out. I did a full review on it. I took it apart, showed you exactly how the lock works. I like to see jumping into that realm. Rat 1 has an awesome liner lock. Yes, that Todd's right. Yeah, the liner lock on the Rat, the Ontario Rat 1, is a super strong liner lock. It's one of the strongest liner locks. That thing will break before it fails. Oh shit, we are way past the time. Fragrance of the day. So today we're talking about budget bangers. So these are very, very affordable fragrances that are really good. So first one we're going to start off with is Indigo. I have it linked down in the description. This stuff is like $30 for this size bottle. You can find it cheaper if you search for it in other places, but it's a beautiful scent. This one is more of it's definitely a summery scent. It's citrusy, very fresh, shower jelly. And I mean that in a good way. Like it's masculine and just super fresh. It's simple as far as like it doesn't have like a huge note breakdown. You can smell it's like a summery, fresh fragrance with a lot of citrus. It's probably a grapefruit with like maybe some apple, but like very light. So they say that it's aquatic blend. Aquatic usually means summery. Blend of mandarin, there's the citrus, mahogany, and driftwood. So the driftwood and the mahogany starts coming out in the dry down from my experience. The atomizer works good. It's decent. This is affordable. It's cheap, but this is a great on-the-go fragrance. This would be great for the gym, great for the office, great for every day. It's a beautiful scent, beautiful fragrance. Now, another one that's kind of similar, and I'm not going to recommend this one. I'm just going to recommend the brand because they sell very affordable fragrances that are really good. These are mass appealing fragrances, and this is David Beckham. I have them linked down in the description. There's all different kinds. You just got to go to his store. I just recently bought a new bottle. I'm waiting for it now, and I'll be telling you guys about it. The price on this is $30. This one's like, they're like 20 bucks. But this is another one. This is a citrus scent. Ooh, yeah, this is a great one. And both of these are really good, man. They're very similar. This one's a little bit softer. It has something in it I can't. It definitely has the citrusy, the watery. It's definitely a summer fragrance. It's super fresh. It smells like a shower gel that a man would use. But then it has some type of, I don't know if it's a woodiness or it's a green. Like it's some sort of green note. It's really good, man. Damn it, it is good. Again, this is a great summer wear. You can wear it casually. You can wear it to the gym. You can wear it to the office. You can wear it to date night. It doesn't matter. This is an all-around gem. Both of these, all-around gems. Can't go wrong with either one of them. Now, I don't know if you can get this version of David Beckham anymore, but there he does have this one. It's called something blue. Blue something. You can find it down in the description. I linked his fragrances. It's probably very similar to this. Now, the next one is very cheap, and this is going to be probably the best out of all of them as far as money goes. Like 17 bucks, link down in the description. Nautica Voyage. This shit, when it first came out, this was a masterpiece. I can't tell you the amount of compliments I've gotten from this fragrance. I've had probably 8 bottles of it, like, because I started buying it when I was like 18. It is a melony, so it has a melon note in there. I like to say it smells like a cucumber, but it's really melon. So it's a cucumbery, fresh, sweet fragrance, but it's really melon. So think it's got a melony top note. So right away you smell the melons. And I'm not talking about titties. So right away you smell the melons. It has like a cantaloupe or like a watermelon kind of scent right off the top, but it's not like super fruity or anything like that. No, it's fresh. Then it goes right down to like a super fresh, slightly sweet, like it has a hint of sweet, super fresh, very easy to wear. Everybody loves it. This is a compliment getter. You can't help but get compliments. This is a summer fragrance, so you're not going to be able to pull this off in the winter. You probably could, but you could definitely pull it off date night. You can pull it off pretty much everywhere. Again, this is, just another banger. I don't know if I'd wear it to the gym, but you could probably pull it off. I don't know. Yeah. Fuck yeah, you can. You can totally wear this to the gym. Just don't spray a ton of it, but you could definitely wear it to the office. This is definitely a good one for anybody that just wants something that smells high quality for a low price. Now, because of this fragrance, a lot of fragrances have came after, like these ones, trying to like replicate it. But this one does a really, really good job, and I've yet to have smelled anything that smells exactly like it. Like there's a ton of fragrances that smell like these. Like I probably have like 10 other fragrances that are very close to these because they're so good. Everybody loves them. This, because of that melon top note, it separates itself. It's a great fragrance. Everybody who's bought this has thanked me. So it's a great one. I do have this one. I didn't link it down in the description, but it's fuck it. I was going to tell you about it, but it's a sweet, saltwatery fragrance. You can smell the saltiness in there in a good way. It's like a beachy fragrance. It's Porom Aquava or whatever. This stuff's pretty good too. I'm pretty sure this is pretty cheap. Kind of a weird bottle, but this one, it's super fresh. It's very similar to the other fragrances. It's definitely a blue fragrance. When you see blue means like shower jelly. It means so when you hear anybody say it's a blue fragrance, that's what that means. It means it's like a fresh scent, a shower jelly scent, a citrus scent, stuff like that. Those are all good. Now, one more really quick. Actually, 2 more. Sorry, 2 more. But these are budget bangers, but one's a budget banger. These are not the freshies. This is completely different. Now, this is going into more niche. If you're looking for a good leather fragrance, but a very masculine leather fragrance, this is a knockoff of a Tom Ford fragrance. This is amber and leather. This is a big bottle, and this is very, very cheap, but it's a sweet leather. It smells like leather right off the top. You get leather right off the top. Now, one thing I'm not a big fan of, but it does die down after you put it on. It has a little bit of a lipsticky scent. I think that's iris in there. I'm not a fan of iris, but it quickly dies down, and you end up with a sweet suede. That's what basically it smells like to me. Like, you know how the smell of like a suede coat or like a leather coat, not like a biker leather coat, but like a suede coat. That scent, it has that smell with like a sweetness over the top of it. Very masculine, and it has a little bit of woodsiness in there too. Now you can get this, which is Musk and Hustle. I did not link it down in the description, but if you click this link for this one down in the description, if you click this one, just type in the search bar Musk and Hustle and look for number 201. This is this fragrance in a concentrated version. It smells very different because this is super concentrated. So this is something you spray on. This is something you dab on. So you just literally dot it on, roll it around, put it where you want it. But this does not have the iris in there. I do not smell the iris. It's very sweet. So it has a much more sweetness. This is lower sweetness. This is higher sweetness. This is more leather. This is a little bit lower leather. So the leather is still very prominent in this. But this one is, like I said, it's an oil. So it's highly concentrated. It's very powerful. You only need a little tiny bit. These are really cool because you can slip them in your backpack, slip them in your bags. You can carry them wherever. And anytime you're like, oh, fuck, I don't have my fragrance, you can hurry up and put it on and you're going to smell good. This one is a banger. It's a masculine scent, but it's still, because of the sweetness and the leather, it's playful in a masculine way. This one, it's going to lean more towards masculine, a little less playful, but very good. If you like leather fragrances, this is a good one to try. Like I said, I'm not a fan of the iris in there, but it's good. Now, tobacco. Let's go to a tobacco fragrance. This one's not cheap, though, I don't think. I didn't even link it. Let me just make sure how much money it is, because I don't want to. Dolce & Gabbana 1. Okay, so I guess it's not $90. Oh, you can get it for 58. I'll link it, but because you guys might want to get it, I'll just throw it in there. This is a tobacco fragrance, okay? I don't even know how to spell that. GOBBANA, the one. Okay, so fuck. All right, this is a tobacco fragrance on the edge. Thank you, man. Just skip to the Neevesknives membership, man. I appreciate it. This one is a sweet, minty tobacco fragrance. It literally smells like pipe tobacco. Now, I know everybody's thinking, like, why in the fuck would I want to smell like pipe tobacco? In a good way. So it's very prominent. The tobacco note is covering this, but it has a freshness and an airiness and a menthol, almost like a menthol tobacco, but not like cigarettes, like you're smoking cigarettes, not like that, like literally like the tobacco leaf. So it has a little bit of minty mentholiness mixed with the tobacco. So it does smell, like I said, like a pile of tobacco with like a minty freshness, mentholiness to it. It's very light, very mass appealing. A lot of men love this. Now, when I first smelt it, I'll be honest, I was a little bit put off, just a little bit, but quickly I grew to it and started becoming, like kind of addicted to it. Now, it is I would say personally, I would say this is going to be leaning more towards, it's obviously a masculine scent, right? But it's going to lean more towards a mature audience, not very youthful. So I would say if you're under 30, I would say you probably wouldn't want it. But this is a good one because a lot of women like this. Like if you watch the ladies reviews, there are so many women that freaking go crazy over this. The only thing is though, is it's not strong. This is a fragrance you could put 30 sprays on and you're gonna be just fine. Like, it is like that for real. Like when I spray it, I spray at least 10 to 15 times probably because it's not powerful. So, and it doesn't last very long unless if you put a lot on. So if I put 10 sprays on, then it'll last me all day. But if I don't, it's gonna last like 4 hours, if that. And nobody's going to smell it unless if they're next to you. They're not going to smell it across the room whatsoever. They probably won't even smell it if they walk past you, unless if they walk past you and there's like they get the sillage. But it is still really good when they are close to you, though. When they are right here on top of you or really talking to you closely, that's when they'll get it. That's when they'll pick it up, and it'll be a nice fresh, like I said, slightly minty tobacco-ness, and it's a good one though. In all seriousness, Gunny has a lube that is tobacco scent, and it is really good. Bang, bang. Are you sure you're a what boy? I don't know what that means. Word of wisdom from Super Slow Steve about why veterans and military cannot buy Chinese knives. Wait, we need more words of wisdom from Super Slow Steve. Why veterans and military cannot buy Chinese knives. Thank you again for the donation, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate all you guys with the donations. I'm the only dude at the stables wearing scent. Well, there ain't nothing wrong with that, man. There's nothing wrong with a man smelling good. Aspen was good for me back in the day. I used to have that. I've had that. Have not seen it in a while. I haven't seen it in a while either, now that you said that. But you know what I did put on the other day that I haven't worn in a long time? Cool water. Now, cool water technically is when it first came out, it was a masterpiece because then you didn't ever see that. It's like a pine scent, like a super fresh piney scent, and it is a beautiful scent. But Tom Ford came out with the Irish Tweed, which is very, very similar to it. And that scent is like $400 or something. Maybe not that much, but it's very expensive. But yeah, it's kind of like that. If you want to get that fragrance, just get the other one, because it's super cheap, like compared to like the Tom Ford, obviously way cheaper than that. But it's a budget fragrance. But I heard that they recently came out with not recently, like a year ago, did a blue fragrance, and it's supposed to be a banger. Haven't tried it yet. I heard it is a little bit more pricier for that brand, but it's supposedly really, really good. So I might just pick that up and let you guys know. Late to the party. Have you reviewed or checked out the Schrade Divergent? Great little EDC knife, much better than its $30 price tag. Let me see. I might have. I don't think I got this one. No, I did get a bunch of them, but I haven't tried that one. Tom Ford was a customer at the Benz shop that you worked at. Very cool. Yeah, he's well renowned in the fragrance world. Is my Old Spice still good from 2015? No, literally the last time I bought any of that stuff, Jared makes me feel a little guilty. You should feel very guilty. Get rid of that shit. You don't need Old Spice. Get rid of Old Spice, especially at 2015. Unless if you kept it in like a cool, dry place in the dark, it's probably not good anymore. So what happens is fragrances get better at first. They get better and better like wine, but then depending on how you store them, how you keep them, they eventually teeter down, and then it'll stop lasting as long and the notes won't be as good. So it's not that it won't have a scent, it's that there's notes inside the fragrances that break down faster than others. So what'll happen is, like, say if it was I don't know, iris and patchouli, the iris will break down before the patchouli, and then it won't have the iris in it no more. So now the fragrance just isn't the same. So I guarantee that's happened to that one to some extent. It probably will still smell somewhat similar. Like I said, if you kept it in a good place, they can last like 10 years. But some fragrances may be longer, just depends on how many notes there's in there and how those notes break down over time. But yes, I would totally recommend you to get like 3 to 5 fragrances at least, just so you can, you know, test some stuff out. And I would recommend get different fragrances, like get a freshie, get a spicy one, get a tobacco or leather fragrance, get a woody fragrance, maybe get a sweet fragrance, and try out a little bit. And you know, it'll make it to where you'll like kind of lean towards. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, say if you try one, you're like, fuck, this thing's nasty, I don't like this. Don't think all fragrances are going to be like that. Like, say if it's a tobacco and you absolutely hate it, don't paint all tobacco fragrances with that brush, is that's not the case. There are tons of tobacco fragrances I fucking hate, and then there's a ton of them I love. Like red tobacco, Mancera red tobacco, that shit's fire. Jazz Club, that shit's fire. But there's a lot of tobacco fragrances I'm not a huge fan of. But anyways, yeah, I would recommend, even if you get budget fragrances, I'm telling you, get some newies, get some new ones. Smell good, feel good. It does something to your attitude, to your confidence, to the way you carry yourself. It all changes when you're smelling good. And you know, there's obviously, right? Like the difference between you being, you know, fresh and clean versus filthy, right? When you walk into a place, which one do you feel better with? You know, obviously, if you're in certain areas and stuff, you might feel better looking like the other one, but you know what I mean. Jared, look what I found. Laugh my ass off. Link to your page. What? Link to your page. What does that mean? Dior Sauvage is great because it's long lasting. Yeah, Dior Sauvage is strong. Yeah, that's a banger. I've recommended that many times. That is a blue fragrance. I like the Dior Sauvage Parfum. That's, or the EDP. The Eau de Parfum is my favorite. I even like it more than the EDT. It's more, it has more depth. So I'd say if you're gonna get one, get that one. Get the Eau de Parfum and or Parfum. And yes, it is a beast mode fragrance. It only needs a couple sprays, and that sucker lasts all day, and sometimes till tomorrow. That shit is strong. And that's also, you know, there's a few fragrances like that. Like, say, you could say Versace Dylan Blue is like that too. Tobacco, red tobacco's like that. But yeah, that stuff, it's definitely something that you don't need a lot of. Next one I am going to get is the leather one Jared showed last week with the silver bottle. Can't remember the name. Silver bottle. Yes. Coach Platinum. Coach Platinum. You might want to try the Coach for men too. Buy them both. This is a great example. Coach for men and Coach Platinum are two opposites. One is a freshie, like kind of like the fragrances we're talking about right now. It's a semi-sweet, fresh fragrance that's super good. Like, it fucking amazing scent. Doesn't last a super long time, but amazing scent. Luckily, it's not super expensive. Then the Platinum is a leather fragrance. It's like a sweet suede fragrance. No, a woody, fresh woody leather fragrance. And both of them are bangers, but complete opposites. So that would be like a great way to go, where you can kind of dip your toes in different arenas and see how you like them. And you might not like certain fragrances, which is fine, but at least you'll know. But you got to try a few. You can't just try one and, like I said, paint the entire fragrance community with that. Jared, who makes the Jazz Club scent you were talking about? Replica. I can link it right now. It's a banger. I highly recommend this one if you are into. Oh, this is a pretty good price too. $82 for 100 ml. I might pick that up actually, because I need a new bottle of it. I'm fucking out of it. I gave the rest of my bottle to Marine X. I only had like that much left at the bottom, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just send it to him. I'm trying to get them into it. All right, so I'm linking it in the description. Yeah, the last one I bought was $100. This one's like $80 or $82 or something for 100 ml too. I linked it in the description. I'll also put it in the chat right now. But yes, that one is a sweet, well, semi-sweet, not super sweet, because it's cocktails and cigars. That's the idea. It's supposed to smell just like a jazz club. Replica scents literally try to replicate a memory. So it's supposed to be the memory of a jazz club in 2013 in Brooklyn. So it smells like cocktails and cigars. So it's tobacco and the sweetness of cocktails, and man, it's good. It's fire. I seen something I was gonna answer. Now I can't find it. Ombre leather. Is it so? Is it so? Soldier Boy? What? Soldier Boy does have a fragrance. Not sure if that's what you're talking about. Ombre leather that's literally this. This is a replica of ombre leather. This is amber and leather. So if you want to try it, but you don't have the money to shell out on ombre leather, because ombre leather is like $300-400. This is like, I don't know, not much at all, like under $30. Like I think maybe even way under. This is the same thing too. This is ombre leather, but this is a concentrated version of it. It's Musk and Hustle number 201. You can find it down in the description. Just go to this link. It's right at the top. Click it and then type in Musk and Hustle, and you'll see. Man, this shit is good though. Holy cow! I'm touching the bottle, and the oils are kind of on the bottle, and now it's all over my hand. Sweet leather. That's what it is. This one, like I said, iris is in this one, so they don't smell perfectly the same. This is high concentration. This is not. And that one has a little bit of a lipsticky scent to it. Drakkar Intense. I have not, but I've heard it's good. I have not. Soldier Boy, tell him. Yes, Soldier Boy's fragrances is really good. I've heard it's really good. It's just so expensive. I've heard that it's overpriced, but I've also heard some people say that it's a banger. So, what? He's a twat. It's gonna be a mass appealing fragrance. You know, obviously he's gonna try to get something that appeals to a lot of people. It's supposed to be a summer, beachy, fresh fragrance. And I'm sure it's good, but I don't know if it's worth $250. I haven't tried it. So the problem is sometimes when some of these guys come out with a fragrance, they don't do testers. So what you want to get is find a place that's doing a like scent split, where scent split will buy the bottles and chop them up and then sell you a smaller sample of it. Jazz Club is a great cake. Sarah kisses me neck and I wear it, so I'm in control. Okay, maybe not control. Okay, victim. I want to see Jared review WD-40 cologne. I've wore that my whole damn life, and like that's what Kara was attracted to. That's what attracted Kara was the WD-40. Yeah, it's definitely a strong scent, and when you get it on you, it's gonna be on you all day like gasoline. I got CDNM. I don't know what that is. EDP, and I sprayed a quarter spray on the back of my hand. Lasted 2 showers and overnight. I don't know what that is, but it sounds badass. Any scent that's like that, one, that means that you're not going to have to spray it as much, so it's going to last you a lot longer. So that's always a good thing. But there is a thing where some people don't like fragrances like that. Like I personally do, but some people don't. And the reason why is because, like, say if I'm wearing a jacket, right? Say if I'm wearing a jacket, well, that jacket, I'm not going to wash tomorrow or the next day. I'm going to wear it for weeks in a row, maybe even months before I ever wash it, right? It's a jacket. So I don't want the scent lasting 2 or 3 days on there, because tomorrow I might want to wear a different scent and the next day a different scent. But that's also why you don't spray your jacket, right? You spray your chest, get the scent on your body, let it come off of your body. If you want to put it on your clothes, you can, but just know that whatever fragrance you're wearing is going to get on your jacket. if it's a beast mode. You know, like there's like my red tobacco, I sprayed. Oh, I wanted to talk about, man, I was going to talk about EDC stuff. I was going to talk about this damn backpack. I sprayed this backpack because I was with my family and it smelled like cigarettes. And I was like, man, how can I cover this up? So I put some red tobacco on there. So, you know, because that will cover up fucking anything. And then for like a week, every time I walked past it, I caught the sillage every time I walked past it, and it just made me want to go spray that scent on me. It actually started pissing me off because I'd have something else on and it would be so intriguing. That's a scent that, like I said, man, the more you smell it, the more you love it, and it draws you in, man. It's a banger. Ooh, I'm starting to like the vibrato over the Creed Aventus now. Josh, you got the vibrato, huh? I fucking love that shit. That's one of my favorite fragrances right now. It is so expensive. So expensive. If you like that though, or yeah, if you like that and you don't have the money for it, or if you like the sound of it, it's a super citrusy fragrance. It's kind of hard to explain. It has like this something in there that's very vibrant, but it's also very citrusy. It's a citrus bomb, but very, very good. If you really like that and you want something more affordable, check out Guerlain Platine Privé. I'll pull it up really quick just to show you guys. This stuff's really, really good, and it's not as expensive as the vibrato. Vibrato's it's like $300, maybe, yeah, like right around $300. But this stuff right here, this stuff is beautiful. This is a phenomenal scent. It's very similar to the vibrato. It's not one-to-one. It's not the same thing. They are very different. So if you like the vibrato, you'll like this. If you like this, you'll love vibrato. But this is definitely, if you smell this, you'll have an idea of vibrato. An idea, not the exact same, but an idea. I instantly bought a bigger bottle of vibrato. I got the sample, and then I said, okay, and I didn't even get a big bottle. I got just like a 10 ml, just to have some for, you know, a couple months. I still sport red tobacco, Papa Pita. I'm telling you, that's the good shit. Lemon cocaine. That's what that was right there. That's lemon cocaine right there. Creed is a baller cologne. Yeah, if you like Creed Aventus, I say get the Mancera Cedric Boise. That is a perfect Creed Aventus clone, in my opinion. Now, if you're very, very cheap and you don't have the money, get the Club Diuni Intense Man. That stuff is very, very affordable and is practically one-to-one with it. It's a little bit sharper, but it's good. Latafa is a clone of Angel Share. It smells like sweet rum or brandy. You know, I've wanted to try that, Fernando. I almost got a sample of it many, many times. I've heard it's really good. The one thing I was worried about the Angel Share was if it was too spicy, because I heard people saying it was spicy, and I don't mind a little spice, but I don't like over the top spicy fragrances. Red tobacco is different. That stuff has a lot of spice, but I fucking love it. So it does depend. There's obviously, you know, times where it doesn't matter. Most people are wearing fart spray cologne. Well, then you better smell good. It'll make you stand out. If everybody smells like shit, you don't want to smell like that with them, right? Remember, you're going to smell like whoever's around you, unless if you know, protect yourself. Unless if you separate yourself from the crowd, you're going to smell just like them fuckers. So if you think they smell like fart, they probably think you smell like fart too. Unless you separate yourself. And I don't mean separate like get away. I mean separate yourself with a scent. Put a scent down you. Get that dango scent down you. But yeah, it's not a bad little hobby to get into fragrances. You don't have to go crazy, you know, buy like a new one once a month, you know, and they're not very expensive, and you don't have to buy. You can just get samples. like this. This is like a $300 fragrance, and I got the sample for a few bucks. So, you know, but if you get the big bottle, it'd be expensive. Hey, Rickert, been a member for 11 months. Any giveaway up in your sleeve for a almost 1 year Rockstead membership? Any giveaway up in your sleeve for a almost 1 year Rockstead member? You know what? That's a good idea. Maybe I will do that. Maybe I'll do that. If you're the only one who's been a Rockstead member for a year, yeah, I'll give you something for sure. But maybe we should set that up. Do it where Rockstead members after 6 months get only a giveaway for them, and after 1 year, and a giveaway for them. Maybe we'll do that. That's a good idea. So yes, get a hold of me next month. I'll send you something real good. I appreciate the support. We'll definitely do that. I might up the price on the Rockstead membership though, just so you know. That'd be some shit, right? Clean hand, clean nails, freshly showered, smell good, you getting some. Dirty hands, clean money. I'm the most handsome, best smelling old fart around. Damn right. That's a good way to say it. Good way to look at it too. Chrissy's been a member for 1 month. Shout out to you. Now where's my hermit? In the land of dodos, smelling pretty is dangerous. I don't know that. It's like a puzzle. Logic maybe, or I'm full of it. Which fits right in. Which fits right in. No, it's cool to have, like I said, to get a bunch of samples like this, figure out which one appeals to you more, and you know, like get different types of fragrances so you can kind of and get different, like multiple different kinds of fragrances. So like say multiple different tobacco fragrances, multiple different sweet ones, just so you get an idea of what you like and what you don't like. Start off with a blue fragrance. Always start off with blues. Blues are going to be the most mass appealing and the more intriguing to men and women at the same time. So women's fragrances, they lean towards blue or sweet. That's going to be the main fragrances that women are going to like on you. Tobacco fragrances can fit that for the sweet tobaccos, right? Some women like very masculine woodsy fragrances. Some women like very masculine like leather fragrances. It does depend. But some are not as much, but almost all of them love the blues and the sweets. Now, one thing that is considered the note that all women love, or the mass majority, is ambroxan. So any fragrance that has a lot of ambroxan is going to be a lady killer. Sauvage, Dylan Blue, Versace Dylan Blue. This fragrance lady just made a fragrance. She designed it for men, and it's an ambroxan bomb. I can't think of the name of it, but I'm thinking about buying it. It's super expensive though. It's like $250 for a big bottle, but still, all the women in my past have loved the Guess I wear. Hey, there's nothing wrong with Guess. Armand joined Montabaco. What the hell? My new favorite tobacco for spring and summer. I haven't tried that one. I have a lot of fragrances I don't like, but I have a ton that I love. So yeah, you're gonna run into some that you don't like. But you know what? If you buy something and you don't like it, one, you can just instantly return it. But two, you can just sell it on eBay. Maybe you might not be able to return it. It does depend. Maybe fragrances you can't return. I'm not sure. I've never done that. But you can sell them on eBay pretty quick. Just lose a couple bucks. So I buy them off of eBay all the time because people buy them and they might or might not like it, or maybe they bought it and they bought two of them or something by accident, because that happens all the time. I've even done that multiple times where I've literally bought a fragrance and got two of them. So people will sell them on eBay. All right, got another surgery in the morning, so got to hit the sack. 3-hour drive to get there. All right, Blade Walker, good luck on the surgery in the morning. God bless. Say a prayer for you. Another great reason to wear a nice cologne is it helps with anxiety attacks. I think it helps with just about everything. Does a knife with a stock beveled edge need to stay beveled? I don't know what you mean. Does a knife with a stock beveled edge Are you saying if it has an edge bevel, does it need to keep an edge bevel? Yeah. I mean, in order to stay sharp, if you try to zero grind it, you're going to remove so much steel, it won't be the same knife. It'll be very different, very narrow. So, yeah, you have to keep an edge bevel on there. But yes, a good fragrance will help you with anxiety, stress. Like I said, it makes you feel good. There's actually, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but there's actually fragrances that are for that. Like there's actual fragrances that are like mood fragrances. This one guy designed a whole bunch of them. And like one's supposed to like make you feel powerful, one's supposed to make you feel, you know, just like different fragrances like that. It has like notes in there that are supposed to inspire that in your brain. I don't know if it works. I haven't tried any, but do y'all have any Ambroxan? Jay talked about it. Just enough for a bath and a daily bath. Like I said, Versace Dylan Blue. That is an Ambroxan bomb right there. Or Sauvage. Sauvage is another one. And like I said, yes, the ladies love it. That is what, like, it's just well known. Like in the fragrance community, even all the women say it. Like it's just, that's a note, or a note that that's in fragrances that women love. Jared, would Coach Platinum and Versace Dylan Blue be a good opposites combo to try out? Yeah, so the Coach Platinum, completely different than the Versace Dylan Blue. The Dylan Blue, obviously the name, it's a blue fragrance and it's an Ambroxan bomb. Amazing fragrance, though. Highly, highly recommend it. And then the Platinum is going to be, like I said, a woody, leathery fragrance. So two complete opposites. That's a good setup right there. Now, with the Dylan Blue, you're going to get like a little bit of sweetness. I like to say it's like a black cherry, but I don't know what it is. I think it's grapefruit, but it's some sort of hint of sweetness off the top. Then it goes into a very masculine, fresh shower jelly scent that and maybe a little bit of woodsiness to it, but you're not going to notice that. Not like you will in the Platinum. Sometimes my work requires me to, sometimes your job requires you to work. The audacity to think that you're supposed to work at work. Cool Water was my 90s fragrance. I remember it was everywhere. Yep, I remember too. I got some still. Like I said, James, I don't know if you were in here. I was talking about Cool Water earlier, and I was saying I wore it the other day, and it was a masterpiece when it came out. Like that hit like a nuclear bomb. It was so big that like even Tom Ford's Irish Tweed, that's literally, it's basically Cool Water, but it's like $350. It is a great scent. The thing is though, is that it's so unique that you remember it, right? So the problem is it's been out for a long time, so like a lot of people were wearing it, so everybody knew the scent. But they recently came out with, like a year or two ago, a blue fragrance, and I've heard that it's really, really, really good. So I'm probably going to pick some of that up. All right, guys, we are past the time. I appreciate all the support tonight. Let me just give you guys a little rundown. Monday, I'm doing a post on Instagram for the giveaway, and that big box of knives behind me that you can't see. On Tuesday, I'm doing a live with Holden Hatfield. We're going to do a live, and that is when we are going to disclose what time the giveaway is. That will be up on Wednesday. So Wednesday, the giveaway, that's where it will be. But make sure, come to that live. Come to that damn live. Show some support. And then you'll hear what you'll have to do and everything. So just leave a damn comment and then put your email in the email list. That's all you have to do, and you'll be entered to win. Make sure you do the email thing. But anyways, so we'll be doing the giveaway on Wednesday and then pulling it the Wednesday after. So you'll have 7 days to enter, but try to make sure you get to that live. That'll be very important. Jared, any other pop-up lives this week? Yes, I'm probably going to have a couple. I plan on doing more and more of them, especially like during the day or, when I'm sharpening and stuff. But yes, Tuesday, I'm going to have a live with Holman Hatfield. I think at like 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. or something like that. I'm not sure exactly. But anyways, lots of giveaways coming up. Ramet is sending me a knife. I thought it was going to be here today. I was going to give it to you guys here just now, but we'll have to do it later. But what else? Yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you guys for all the donations. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Work hard, stay tough. Until next time, peace.